crystal clear. Mansfield Senior Lady Tigers this evening as they welcome in small school power Loudonville to Pete Henry Gymnasium. We have it coming your way on your smart devices, your cell phones, tablets, laptops, TVs, and much more coming your way next.
Here we go now. Here we go now. Here we go now.
Merry Christmas!
Hi, I'm John Mark Young, a financial advisor and owner with Whitaker Myers Wealth Managers. Whitaker Myers Group has been a local trusted advisor since 1869, serving families in Ashland, Richland, and Wayne counties. We believe in the financial freedom and power of living debt-free. With offices in Ashland, Mansfield, Worcester, Columbus, and South Carolina, we have advisors that are ready to help you begin your journey to financial success. Visit our website at www.whitakerwealth.com to learn more and schedule a meeting.
Instead of paying for some big-name spokesperson, Kasasa Checking gives that money back to you in cash rewards. In fact, you just bought me this cup of coffee. See how that works? Amazing! Free checking, cash rewards. Take back banking with Kasasa.
The exclamation point on the night for Maurice Ware.
I know, but how am I
We welcome you inside Pete Henry Gymnasium for tonight's non-conference clash between the Mansfield Lady Tigers and perennial power Loudonville. A big game for the Lady Tigers here. Travis Berardi alongside Hayden Gray. And Hayden, this is a gut check time for the Lady Tigers after two tough losses.
Yeah, you know, this is a hard, after two losses, this isn't exactly the opponent you want to try and get things going, but it's going to be a good test for them because Loudonville, I mean, coming off, they've won, what, 30-some regular season games,
straight,
Travis,
yeah.
we were talking about. So if Mansfield Senior can find a way to win tonight, it would be a huge statement.
And let's take a look at the team spotlight for the Lady Tigers tonight, coming in with a record of 1-3, 0-2 in the OCC. Those two losses to Worcester and Mount Vernon by combined 9 points, and they had double-digit leads in both of them. It seemed like that, they were firing on all cylinders in the first half and then kind of ran out of gas in the second, but we'll get to that later. Good thing for Javar Hudgens' bunch, though, they forced 33 turnovers in those last 2 games, so that's something that Loudonville is going to have to look at. And one of the main contributors, main reasons why they've turned the ball, they forced 33 turnovers, is Kaya Wentz, our player spotlight for the Lady Tigers. 25 points in the last 2 games. She didn't do much in those games against the 2 Columbus schools, but she's really picked it up. 7.2 points per game and 5.2 steals per game, so she's starting to help out the scorers of Vanetta Hillary and Kirsten Bradley.
Yeah, and it's nice to see Kaya Wentz is kind of coming into her own this season. That's something I actually had down in my notes. Who's someone? We have Bradley and we have Hillary, but who's going to be that third option for Mansfield Senior? Someone needs to pick up that load in that area of the game, and Kaya Wentz is kind of filling that role for them so far.
Now switching over to the Lady Redbirds of Loudonville, and they have been on a roll for the last couple of years. It seems like despite even graduating some players, they just restock and continue to go at it. A 30-game regular season win streak. They turned 2 All-Ohioans in Shaylin Williams and also Corey Vermilia. 30-game regular winning streak, and this year they're outscoring their opponents 325 to 168. That's crazy.
Yeah, they've been having an offensive juggernaut of a season, and that's coming off a win 64-9, a 55-point victory over Crestline in their last game, but their team average right now, averaging 65 points per game, so they've got it going on offensively, and as you said, that's led by Vermilia and Williams.
Williams coming into this game, 882 total points. Vermilia in 31 games has scored 567 points. This year she's averaging 30 points per game. Talking about All-Ohioan, but that could be Player of the Year type numbers for a sophomore in Division 4.
Oh, easily. I mean, I was just astounded taking a look at those numbers. I mean, her last 5 games, 29, 32, 25, 32, and 32.
As we take a look more into Vermilia, our player spotlight for the Lady Redbirds. And, yeah, she has just done it all for head coach Tyler Bates, first-team All-District, special mention All-Ohio as a freshman. And this year, 30 points per game, 11.8 rebounds per game, 6.2 steals per game as a guard.
Yeah, almost averaging a triple-double, so just unreal for that age. She's showing tremendous leadership and development, and it's going to be exciting to see what she has left in store. 2 more years of that after this year, so exciting stuff for the Redbirds.
And let's take a look at the Redbirds' keys to the game tonight. Brought to you by Simonson Construction. For me, soar with the flock. Coach Bates wants to run tonight, and this is a Mansfield senior team that tries to slow you down. They try to speed up the pressure, but if you're going at that same pace, you might help it out. What are your keys, Hayden?
Yeah, my key is apply pressure from the tip. Mansfield's had their share of bad luck this year, getting out to early leads and not being able to hold those. So if you're Loudonville, you want to get that started early. Don't let them have that chance to blow a lead.
And also, like you said, get the ball to your scorers, Corey Vermilia and Shaylin Williams. But for now, we're going to step aside for the playing of the national anthem, and then we'll be back with the Mansfield senior keys to the game. right, back here courtside. So you take a look at the Redbirds, but let's take a look at the Mansfield Senior Lady Tigers. Keys to the game tonight. And my key finished strong. Last 2 games, they had leads in the second half against conference rivals Mount Vernon and Worcester, and they were unable to close things out. So if you can keep it close here in the first half with this good Loudonville squad, got to finish strong to finish the job. What is your key, Hayden?
Yeah, kind of extending that out, you know, same wording, but in a different light. Keep the foot on the gas. Loudonville likes to run. They're quick, and their offense shows that. They put a lot of points up. They do it quickly. So if you're Mansfield, keep up with them. It's going to take some effort. Stay disciplined. Put that effort out there, and sticking up with them to hopefully give them an opportunity to slow down that scoring.
Their key players, Hillary with 10.7 points per game, and Kirsten Bradley. But you want to expand a little bit on that, don't you, Hayden?
Yeah, you know, keep the foot on the gas. We shed some light on it a little bit earlier. Their last couple games for Mansfield Senior have just been not in their favor. They lost by 3 points to Mount Vernon, a game where they had a big lead going into half. Just weren't able to finish. And then again, their last game against Worcester, up 16 at the half. And then again, Worcester, the Lady Generals, swing that, come back from 16 points down. And that's why Mansfield Senior is looking at a record of 1-3 so far. So they get out to those leads. They have the offense to do it. They have the coaching to do it. They just need to continue to have that urgency and not let up.
Yeah, and those 2 tough losses that could have put them at 3-1 here tonight. Nonetheless, they get a tough test in the Loudonville Lady Birds. As we take a look at the starting lineups, first for the Loudonville Redbirds, head coached by Tyler Bates. And there they are, led by Corey Vermilia. Like I said, averaged 30 points a game. Number 3, Jalen Johnson, averaging 5.2 points per game. Kenzie Cutlip, number 10, averaging 3.8. Shaylin Williams, averaging 18.6 per game. And Maddie Klein, averaging 4 points per game. But your 2 guards getting almost 50 points per game. That is just crazy, as your lineups brought to you by Simonson Construction. And now let's take a look at the Lady Tigers starting lineup, also presented by Simonson Construction. Led by Javar Hudgens. Kaya Wentz, who's picked things up as of late despite the losses. She's now at 7.2 points per game. Number 11, Manetta Hillary, averaging 10.7 points per game. Number 23, Kirsten Bradley, averaging 14 points. Number 30, Amani Mitchell, averaging 4.7. And number 2, Julia Wyndham, 32, Julia Wyndham, averaging 5.5 points per game. Loudonville, they usually run about 8 players off the bench. Last game, Mansfield Senior ran 7, so maybe a bit of a shorter bench, but we'll see just the pace that these 2 teams go. Maybe Mansfield Senior will go to their bench a little bit more to try and keep some of that energy going into the second half.
Yeah, you know, sometimes having a short bench doesn't always have to be a hurt. You know, it all comes down to what you're doing in practice, what coach has them do, preparing during the week, building that stamina and endurance, and obviously that's been working really well for them. Off to a 5-0 start, so they have found a system and a minutes per game for each player that they like, so look for them to just keep doing what they're doing tonight.
Yeah, and the Lady Tigers averaging, well, they've stolen the ball away, I should say, 57 times this season, and Loudonville stolen it away 113 times. So these are 2 teams that they'll get in your face defensively. They'll try and get those steals, and then they'll try and run. We saw against Worcester, Mansfield Senior got a majority of those points in the first half by getting a steal and getting it out in transition quick, getting some open looks, some one-on-ones, and getting the bucket or at least going to the lane. So we'll see if they can do that tonight. But Loudonville, kind of a carbon copy, if you would say, defensively, doing the same thing. And it may come down to who runs out of gas first.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be, like, steals have a huge impact on this game. Both teams, you don't want to turn the ball over tonight because they both really love to get out in transition and kick it out, as you said. So points off turnovers, you want to capitalize on those if you're the ones getting the steals, but you really want to look to avoid that tonight. Keep those turnovers down. Make sure that you're not giving the opponent an opportunity to get those easy points.
That was our Simonson Construction pregame. We'd like to welcome everybody in watching live and free on Facebook and YouTube. Facebook folks, let us know where you're watching from tonight. Give us a shout out and let us know where you're taking this one in.
Yeah, use our hashtag OH Report Fan Zone on all of our social medias, but especially, get that in on Twitter too. We want to pull that in. We want to see where you're watching from, who you're rooting for, so get those in there tonight.
Yeah, a little new thing for us tonight, the hashtag. Loudonville takes the opening tip, and Hayden, we're underway. Vermilia, top of the key, gets it to Williams. Lady Tigers with that in-your-face defense, and they nearly get a steal away, but Wyndham out of bounds. Good defense there, double teaming down underneath the bucket and almost got the steal. Vermilia, double teamed once again, kicks it back out. Deep three by Williams off the back iron, rebound to Wentz, and she gets it out ahead. That layup shot missed by Hillary, gets her own rebound, taken out by Loudonville.
And that's where you see all those Lady Tigers got to get down there. Only seeing a few, they only brought 3 up the court. All 5 now need to get down there to help her out.
3-on-2 for the Lady Tigers. Into the lane. Bradley. No, it's a charge. Mansfield Senior with the first turnover. You take a look. Bradley going in.
A lot of close charge calls so far we've been seeing this year, Travis. I mean, it looked like she got set, but it's one of those that could go either way sometimes.
Lady Tigers in the full court press, easily broken. Johnson, right side. That's the three-point attempt by Vermilia. Short, out of bounds, but last deflected by the Lady Tigers. Just over a minute gone by here. Still scoreless at Pete Henry. Ball fake by Williams, puts it up, and that time she hits. 3-0 Lady Birds.
Yeah, and in Mansfield Senior, you need to close out on those three-pointers. She knows that shot too well to let her have an open look at the bucket.
Wyndham gets stripped away, and back come Loudonville once again. Cutlip with it, kicks it right side. 3 in the air, short. Wentz with the rebound. And quickly she's ahead. Passes it over to Mitchell, but it's stripped away. 3 turnovers already for the Lady Tigers, 2 minutes in. Offensive rebound. Taken away again by Wentz. Kaya will go to the line for 2.
And that's a great job by Wentz. She's already been making quite the impact out here this evening, really looking to get those turnovers, getting out in transition. You see she's going to pick up the foul here on our Frito Lay replay, and very, very quick from both teams so far this evening. The pace of play has been really quick, and thus causing those turnovers that you've seen early, Travis.
Yeah. Had a track meet here. Burst out in the first couple minutes. That was on Williams, her first. And Wentz makes the first free throw. It's 3-1.
And Mansfield Senior, you want to keep looking for these opportunities to get out in transition, pick up some fouls, because it's been a bit of a cold start for Loudonville from the field. So keeping it at a 1-point game so far, 2 minutes in, is exactly what you're looking for if you're the Tigers.
Yeah, and by the way, both teams are running. You'd think it'd be 11-10 right now, but I think they're overdoing it just a little bit. Once they calm down into this, we'll start to see more scorings. That 3 is off the mark. Rebound Lady Tigers. They will have a chance to tie or take the lead on this possession. Hillary backs it out to Wyndham. Over to Bradley. Back to Hillary. And you got to think this Lady Tiger team, they're not afraid to shoot it from way beyond the arc, but they turn it over there, their 4th turnover. But the Loudonville Redbirds will give it right back. Good idea, pushing it ahead, but just a little too strong.
Yeah, Liberty Gearhart was looking to hook up with them early. One of those transition plays yet again just results in another turnover. Both teams, that pace of play is huge right now. Both are running the full court press. Both are running a lot, so energy will be something to watch how that lasts here.
Almost a turnover, but it will turn into Bradley going to the line for 2. Just take a look at the Frito Lay replay. Johnson just went right into her. It's going to make her get these points the hard way.
Yeah, again, I think if you're the Lady Tigers, so far this has been, I want to say, successful as she misses the first free throw, but you don't want to rely on that because free throw shooting can be kind of a mental game, but you don't want to rely on that. But if they can kind of continue to play this game throughout the first quarter with Loudonville, keep them struggling from the field, it might work in their favor.
Misses both. She did have trouble at the free throw line in the second half against Worcester. Nice backdoor cut, layup shot, good. Jalen Johnson on the board. That was pretty.
Yeah, beautiful pass by Williams there. Just a nice backdoor cut. She hit her in transition, and a nice 2 for Loudonville.
5-2 Loudonville leads here. Coming up on 4:30 left opening quarter. Bradley into the lane, kicks it left side. Jumper too strong. Rebound to Loudonville. Quickly ahead once again. Almost lost it, but they keep it. Inside the climb, but she deflects it away. Another turnover for Loudonville, their second.
Yeah, right now turnovers have been killer for both teams. I think both are coming out really, really fast-paced and excited. Emotions are high, so we'll see how that tones down as we get under almost halfway through the first quarter.
Hillary into the lane, puts up a tough shot. Can't get it to fall. Quickly back out comes Loudonville. That's Vermilia. Misses the layup.
That's not something that happens a lot for Vermilia. I think that's just kind of the cherry on top of play for both sides. It's been a little bit lackluster thus far.
Yeah, this is a defensive team that Loudonville really hasn't seen. Mansfield senior team that can run with them, especially early on, and that's hindering the offensive scoring right now by both sides. Hillary with it. Left side, deep 3 by Bradley. Off the back iron.
It's a good look. It's nice to see Mansfield Senior get a 3-point attempt up there. She had a lot of space, just not able to get it through the net.
Another nice backdoor cut, but just off the front of the rim. Vermilia almost with the backdoor cut bucket, but just a little bit off still. It remains 5-2 as we come up on 3 minutes left in the first quarter. And to our surprise, only 7 total points.
Yeah, I think that's a big statement right there. This Mansfield Senior defense able to create those turnovers so far tonight. And I kind of like what I'm seeing here. Coach deciding to slow it down a little bit on offense, calm those nerves, and run a little bit more of this clock. If I'm Mansfield Senior, I'm running with this. Loudonville at 5 points right now is not a rare is a rare occurrence.
Mitchell back out to Wentz. She will try to drive, kicks it right side to Wyndham. Wentz open. Drives in, layup shot off the iron, offensive rebound put back by Mitchell. She can't get it to fall.
Mansfield Senior getting a couple offensive rebound attempts tonight, just not able to get any of those to connect. They need to look to take advantage of those.
Spin move in the lane, doesn't go, but it's deflected out of bounds and will stay with Loudonville as the TY Tigers will make their first substitutions of the night. Daisy Manns and Annalise Norris coming in as you take a look at head coach DeVar Hudgens and his defensive squad sticking with it early on and only down 3.
Yeah, you know, it's definitely something they preach here at Mansfield Senior. Defense, you know, the old saying defense wins championships, but they're looking to run with it. They have that grit on defense, so look for them to really, really try and continue to lock down this Loudonville team.
Deep 3 in the corner, short. It's saved at the moment, but it will go to Mansfield Senior. Williams tried the deep 3 and missed. Bradley into the lane, forces one up. She's going to be fouled, and we'll go back to the line.
You can hear Coach, you know, echoing up here in the gym. He's saying, take your time, make these free throws. So, again, not to be a broken record, but I think they're liking this game that they're playing right now. With the Redbirds' struggles from the field, if they can start knocking down some of these free throws, they could look to take a lead.
First free throw, good. Bradley now on the board. It's 5-3. Anna Templeton will check out Jalen Johnson, who has 2 quick fouls, so she'll see the bench at least for probably the remainder of the first quarter. Bradley with a chance to cut this to 1. And she hits it. Lady Tigers all 4 points from the charity stripe, but they only trail 5-4 as we come up on 2 minutes left here, opening quarter. Travis Berardi alongside Hayden Gray. Nice backdoor cut. And it's in. Vermilia finally gets on the board.
Yeah, they got to look to find, you know, that's second time tonight, so they got to find a way to stop that play and notice when she's going to make that cut.
Hillary with it. Gets it to Bradley. Back out, Wentz for 3. Swish. Lady Tigers lead. Or correction, it's tied.
Yeah.
It's tied, not lead.
Yeah, great ball movement on that possession from Mansfield Senior. They got to get back in transition on defense here. Can't fall asleep, but really good ball movement and a nice three from Wentz.
Templeton, deep three, off the side iron, offensive rebound. That'll be a jump ball. Vermillion tried another deep three. Couldn't get the fall, though.
Yeah, so with the jump ball, Mansfield Senior going to get possession and look to take their first lead of the night. Loudonville's going to stay in that full court press, so got to avoid these turnovers here. They're going to have a couple subs coming, get some fresh legs on the court.
Janiyah Hudgens will check in. She did not play against Worcester. Did see time, though, against Mount Vernon last week. Hillary trapped, and she traveled. 5th turnover for the Lady Tigers as we come up on a minute left in this tie game at 7.
Yeah, want to obviously look to avoid those self-inflicted wounds as well.
Loudonville looking to answer. Cutlip into the lane, kicks it back out to Williams. Spin move into the lane, forces one up. Somehow gets it back, puts it up and good. Williams now with 5 points off of the broken play, and the Redbirds lead again as we go under a minute left.
And that's where that shooting in practice and all those late nights pay off for Williams.
And Hillary out of bounds. Trying down the sideline, was double teamed, steps on the line, and it will go to Loudonville. Chance to add on here before the end of the quarter. Another backdoor attempt, but that time miscommunication between Williams and Vermillion. And Mansfield Senior will get it back with 26.9 left.
Yeah, again, they looked for that backdoor. That's been working for them so far. A little bit of miscommunication, I think, slowed that one down that time. But if you're Mansfield Senior, 20 seconds, 2-point game. We'll see if they slow it down and want to hold for that final shot.
Wyndham, nice pass inside, layup shot good. Annalise Norris, we're tied up again, 6 seconds left. Loudonville has to push it, 3 seconds across the timeline. Deep three by Williams, airballs it, and that will do it for the first quarter. After 8 minutes of play, Mansfield Senior 9, Loudonville 9. You're watching Girls High School Hoops right here live and free on the OH Report.
Hi, I'm John Mark Young, a financial advisor and owner with Whitaker Myers Wealth Managers. We believe in the financial freedom and power of living debt-free. Visit our website at www.whitakerwealth.com to learn more and schedule a meeting.
Instead of paying for some big-name spokesperson, Kasasa Checking gives that money back to you in cash rewards. In fact, you just bought me this cup of coffee. See how that works? Amazing! Free checking, cash rewards. Take back banking with Kasasa.
Kind of a surprising score here after one. It's only 9-9, and something that pops out in the scorebooks for me, Loudonville forcing 6 turnovers by Mansfield Senior. The Lady Tigers only forced 3.
Yeah, turnovers, a lot of them were almost accidental errors so far that have been happening. So we talked earlier about both teams needing to contain those down a little bit, already nearing half of their average. So we'll see how ball handling is here in the second quarter.
And Mansfield Senior continues to double Vermillion down on the block. Another tough shot for her, unable to hit. She had 4 points in the first quarter. They made a correction from Johnson. Vermillion had those 4 points. So 4 for her, Williams with 5. Then on the other side, Wentz with 5, Bradley with 2, Norris with 2. Lady Tigers with its first possession of the second quarter. Knocked out of bounds. And they say Wentz touched it last, so Loudonville will get possession.
All right. Either way, hey, they got the better view, so we'll see.
That's the 7th turnover by the Lady Tigers here. Deep three again by Williams. Off the iron, out of bounds.
Right now, those deep threes not falling for Williams. I'm sure she has that range, and it's been proven, but hasn't been her shot tonight. We'll see if she continues, to go with the shoot mentality or if they'll make some adjustments.
Once again, we want to welcome everybody in watching live and free on Facebook and YouTube. Let us know where you're watching from. Give us some shout-outs, and we'll shout you out on our fan zone. Wyndham, left side to Wentz. Now to Bradley. Trying to set up that three-point attempt. She trips. It's turned over again. Quickly ahead. Vermilia to the lane. Layup shot. Missed it.
She was standing out of bounds. Wentz was standing out of bounds as she got that.
So continues to be a tough night here for Corey Vermilia. Averaging 30 points a game as a sophomore. Only at 4 right now, but we know she has the ability to score in bunches. 3 from the corner. Off the back iron. Rebound to the Lady Tigers, and quickly they push it ahead. Wentz slows it down, pulls it back out. Wyndham eyeing up the defense. This 1-2-2 look.
And I like the change. Zone. I like that change of pace. While they may have had an opportunity and we're going to have a timeout for Mansfield Senior, but while you could have had an opportunity potentially as Wentz, I don't know if the three-point is something that she particularly loves in transition, but they slowed it down. Even though they could have pushed it, it doesn't matter whether you score 60 or whether you score 15 and win. So I think slowing the pace of the game is working for them right now, and that's something we're going to continue to see from Mansfield Senior because I think they're liking what they have right now and slowing that offense down.
Yeah, 9-9 your score right now. I'm Travis. That's Hayden. Hayden on the microphone for basketball for the first time. How you liking it so far? Your second time, that's right. I was gone for that one, but how you liking this matchup so far?
It's great. It's nice to – basketball's a quicker sport, but it's fun to dive into this world. And, of course, we're indoors, so I can't complain.
Yeah, 32 degrees outside, a nice comfortable 70 degrees in here. Ball knocked out of bounds. Stays with the Lady Tigers. 6 minutes left here, opening half. 9-9 your score. Nobody has scored yet here in the first 2 minutes of the quarter. A defensive battle. Skip pass. Wyndham trips and loses the handle again. That's the third time that Mansfield Seniors had that happen to him. Spin move layup off the iron, no good.
Some great defense in the post. That's the hustle you want to see getting back after the turnover for Mansfield Senior. They had 2 girls on her in the post, so that's what you're looking to see.
Kaya Wentz and company. Mansfield Senior only 2 field goals thus far in this game, 1 from beyond the arc. Manetta Hillary back in the game. Eyeballing it up. Mansfield Senior going through its offense.
See some nice defense from Loudonville here this possession.
Back in the man-to-man. Bradley, the Wentz, back to Bradley. Looking for the deep 3. Off the front iron, rebound Loudonville. So Loudonville kept Mansfield Senior from driving, forced the deeper 3 and gets the rebound. Vermilia into the lane, spin move, forces it up. She will go to the line. That was a nice post move by her to get positioning to draw the foul.
Yeah, we haven't seen it as much, and you're going to get a nice slow look at it here on our Frito Lay replay.
We know what you're saying.
But she's been having those deep 3 looks tonight. Haven't been falling as much for her, so she's going to go to work in the post and just able to draw up a couple of nice free throws.
Mitchell with her first foul. First free throw attempt up, no good. Vermilia coming in 85%. She does hit the second. So an off start for Corey Vermilia, although defensively not off, as she forces another turnover, the 10th by Mansfield Senior here. Should take a look. Just applying pressure. And Kaya Wentz pulled an ollie off the foot.
Yeah, she was swarmed there by Williams and Vermilia, and that's what they're looking to do, create those turnovers and try and expand their lead. They want to stay on this side of the court.
Klein somehow able to get the shot off, misses, and then an over-the-back foul that's going to go against Vermilia. That'll be her first. As you see the always animated Javar Hudgens. I don't think I've ever seen him sit down during a basketball game. He's that animated. But I love that in a coach.
Yeah, I can definitely understand that. It's hard sometimes even to sit when we're here talking about the game. So as a coach, I'm sure that passion's got to come out.
Wentz corner three. She got her second of the night. And now the Lady Tigers lead 12-10.
Yeah, first lead of the night. We'll see how they handle this. You know, Coach obviously earlier preaching calm down and slow down. So we'll see how they keep those emotions in check as they have a 2-point lead.
Klein swarmed, but somehow Vermillion gets to it, and she misses the open layup. Rebound will go to the Lady Tigers. Mid-range jumper falls for Amani Mitchell. Lady Tigers up 4.
A great look in transition for Mitchell. Nice job to slow down and hit a tough shot. Mid-range jumpers are no joke.
Vermillion answers. There it is. That's the shot that Coach Tyler Bates wants. It's 14-13.
Yeah, it was just a little bit of time before she got one of those to go down, and we'll see how much of a confidence boost that is for her.
And just like that, Vermillion now with 8 points. Wentz on the other end runner, no good. Rebound back to Loudonville. And that might be a very important shot for Vermillion coming down here. That's going to be an offensive foul. That goes against. That's going to be against Williams, her second at the 3:17 point.
And so far, 2 fouls is really the most foul trouble we've seen anyone in. Not a ton of fouls out there this evening, which is good. It's been more of the turnover game that's been causing some issues. So on the offensive foul, we'll see what the Ladies Tigers respond here.
Kaya Wentz will take a seat. Hillary slowly getting it to the timeline. Got to get it over. She does. Moving her way down the sideline. Now baseline. And they're going to get a block. So now up to 6 fouls. Next foul by Loudonville will have the Lady Tigers at the line for a 1-and-1. Foul is against Maddie Klein, her first. So with the in-your-face defense, usually comes some fouls. This may help out the Lady Tigers if they can continue to hold on to the ball.
Yeah, certainly. I think that's what they want to do as well, create those fouls, get to the line, and get some easy points.
Hillary into the lane. Jump stops, gets it back out to Daisy Mans. Mans getting hounded. Out to Bradley. Bradley drives into the lane, forces one up. Misses, but Mans is there for the rebound. That'll be a jump ball. It'll stay with the Lady Tigers.
Yeah, I think the defensive intensity is really picking up for the Redbirds here. Kenzie Cutlip with some nice defense out there on Mitchell, and I think everyone's starting to lock in and settle down a little bit more here in the second quarter.
Wyndham the inbound. Gets it over to Bradley. Kirsten drives in again, kicks it right side. 3 in the air for Wyndham. Off the back iron, but Mans is there with the rebound.
Another offensive board for her, and there's no one there for the Redbirds but a turnover, a questionable look there on the baseline is going to send it back to the Redbirds.
11th turnover now for Mansfield Senior. Rebounding pretty much even. Lady Tigers out-rebounding Loudonville by 2. And on the offensive end, both teams with 5. Loudonville looking to take the lead here. Good job on the backdoor cut defending that by the Tigers. Johnson, she'll try the drive. Kicks it left side to Cutlip. Cutlip left side. Johnson hounded, and it's a jump ball. It'll stay with Loudonville, but good defensive possession there by the Lady Tigers.
Yeah, you take a look at that. That's fierce defense right there. I have a feeling just based off of kind of the slow night they've had that this is the first look at a defense like Mansfield Senior that Loudonville's had all season. So we'll see how they continue to deal with that and how they get their scorers good opportunities.
Nice pass inside, but deflected out of bounds. Annalise Norris, the freshman once again. Welcome to the block party, Maddie Klein. They'll get possession out of bounds. 3 in the air, Vermillion. Got it again. Loudonville back on top. That's the second tray by Vermillion.
Yeah, nice open look for Vermillion. She's got to knock that down every time, so they want to look to create to get her more open looks so she can do her thing.
Hillary, left side, Mans for three. She answers. Went in, back out, then back in. Lady Tigers back on top, 17-16, and now the scoring starting to pick up a little bit.
Nice pick off there.
Norris looking like a cornerback.
Wentz wanted to look for that three, but I like the decision here to slow it down, get it to Mitchell.
And Hillary will go to the line for the bucket. But I do understand what you said about Wentz. Wentz did fake that three and get it over to the better look, and it turns into a foul in 2 shots. And that's going to be Johnson's 3rd foul. She's going to have to sit down for the last 1 minute, 13 seconds, and possibly a little bit of the 3rd quarter as well. Hillary's first off the front iron, no good.
And our scoring's kind of been coming in those bunches tonight. 17-16, still not as high as both these teams are used to having at this point in the game with 1 minute till halftime, but they've been kind of coming and going. We spent a lot of time in single digits, and then boom. As you can see, both teams can get hot hands really quick, especially in transition. Some nice ball movement here.
Williams inside the Klein. Layup shot too strong. Offensive rebound. And it will stay with Loudonville there.
Yeah, take a look at our replay. Sometimes the refs, Vermillion thought maybe she would have got a foul call there. Sometimes they let it play out. We'll see how she responds here.
Vermillion with the strong take to the hole. And she will get 2 foul shots here with under a minute left. Chance to tie things up. Foul's going to go against Wentz, her first, only the team's 3rd.
Yeah, so you're seeing Corey Vermillion having to really grind for those difficult points tonight as well, something that a ball player like her, is not afraid of. She's got definitely the skill set to get it done in the paint and from behind the arc.
Vermillion missed only 7 free throws in the first 5 games. She's already missed 2 here. She does get the back end once again. Lady Tigers now still with the 1-point lead. If you get this across half court, are you going to hold for the final shot? Or do you try and push it and maybe get a couple possessions out of it? There's a foul, so not even going to be able to answer that because the Lady Tigers are going to go to the line. For us. Just a reminder to stick around for the Simonson Construction halftime show. We'll have stats, analysis, and a little bit more coming up at the break right here, live and free on the Ocean Report.
But I do like your theoretical. We'll see now vice versa. Loudonville with a chance, 43 seconds. I think with their pace of play, we're going to see multiple. I think we're going to see both teams get another look at the hoop. I think Coach would probably prefer them to hold for that final shot, depending on this free throw to tie it up or take the lead, but we will let that play out.
Hillary makes the first. Second free throw, got them both.
Those are big points for the Tigers heading into halftime.
3-point lead. Vermillion, they got to find her. She's hit a couple threes. She'll drive into the lane, and she's going to go to the line. And this is what she does. She takes it to the hole. She'll get fouled, and she'll go to the line.
Yeah, when you average 32 points per game, it's not all coming one way. A dynamic player like Vermillion is going to find a way to hit threes, get some transition points, and get her way to the line.
Second foul on Wentz. Maybe it's the rims here at Pete Henry Gymnasium that Vermillion's not used to.
Different things, affect different people. We all have some things that change up our game a little bit, so we'll see after halftime if anything changes with those free throws.
20-18. Home run ball somehow taken away by Wentz. Mans with it back over the Wentz. Fakes the three. Will kick it back out to Monetta Hillary. She's going to hold it, so it looks like Mansfield Senior is going to hold to the last shot.
Nice move by Hillary.
And I'm wrong. She takes it to the hole, misses. And the Redbirds now with a chance.
Yeah, they'll have a chance to tie it up with just 10 seconds ticking away here.
Vermillion into the lane. Spin move, puts it up, misses. Rebound Mansfield Senior. And that's going to do it for the first half. Your score after 2 quarters, Mansfield Senior 20, Loudonville 18. Lady Redbirds 30-game regular season win streak, kind of on the ropes right now. We'll take a break. Be back with the Simonson Construction halftime show right here, live and free on the OH Report.
Here we go now. Here we go now. Here we go now.
Merry Christmas.
Hi, I'm John Mark Young, a financial advisor and owner with Whitaker Myers Wealth Managers. Whitaker Myers Group has been a local trusted advisor since 1869, serving families in Ashland, Richland, and Wayne counties. We believe in the financial freedom and power of living debt-free. With offices in Ashland, Mansfield, Worcester, Columbus, and South Carolina, we have advisors that are ready to help you begin your journey to financial success. Visit our website at www.whitakerwealth.com to learn more and schedule a meeting.
Instead of paying for some big-name spokesperson, Kasasa Checking gives that money back to you in cash rewards. In fact, you just bought me this cup of coffee. See how that works? Amazing! Free checking, cash rewards. Take back banking with Kasasa.
The exclamation point on the night for Maurice Ware.
Welcome into the Adena halftime. Where at halftime, the Lady Tigers with a 20-18 lead over the Lady Redbirds of Loudonville. Travis Berardi back here alongside Hayden Gray. And Hayden, despite turning the ball over 11 times, Mansfield Senior hitting the glass, forcing one-and-dones for most of the game for Loudonville. And they've really hounded Corey Vermilia, the scorer that scores 30 points per game. She is at 13 now, but they've really, pressured her inside, and she's missed a lot of layups.
Yeah, there's been missed layups, and also when she's been in there getting her way to the line, some rare free throw struggles for her tonight as well. So if you're Mansfield Senior, you're pretty content with how you're defending her so far.
She does lead the way with 13 points. As we take a look at the halftime stats brought to you by Adena. Lady Tigers turning the ball over 11 times. However, they are out-rebounding Loudonville 17-14. Fouls, bit of foul trouble for Jalen Johnson for Loudonville. She has 3. We'll see if Coach puts her right back out there or he sits her for a little bit just in case so she doesn't get that 4th foul. But 7 fouls there. Mansfield Senior, Kaya Wentz only 2 fouls. That's the most they had on their side. Field goals only 6-5. Both teams with 3 threes, but the Lady Tigers have that advantage at the line. They're doing a lot better than they have the last couple of games. They're shooting 7 of 10, while the Loudonville, surprisingly, shooting 3 of 6. Now let's take a look at an update of our keys to the game. First for Loudonville, their halftime keys, if you could say. And for mine, a little bit better shot selection. They've been rushing quite a few shots in that first half, and that's why they only have 18 points. Vermilia leading with 13, Williams with 5.
Yeah, and I'm going to keep mine short and simple, and it's just slow down. And I say that not because they can't get out in transition and get quick points that way, but slow down, run a little bit more of your offense, and relax. There's a lot of pressure with that big win streak that I'm sure it's really easy to get that in your head. So slow down, do what you do, and get more in a groove.
And then the keys for the Lady Tigers with the 2-point lead. Mine, limit turnovers. You have 11 turnovers. You're usually the team that is forcing those turnovers, but Loudonville doing a good job. You limit those turnovers, that lead could be more than just 2 points.
And mine's going to be continue sinking those 3-pointers. Both teams with 3 3-pointers, as we just talked about in our halftime stats. But I think the 3 is going to be more important for Mansfield Senior to help them expand that lead. They haven't been able to pull away greater than 2 or 1 points here, so continue to don't force them, but find those open 3s.
And Wentz leads with 8. Hillary and Mans both with 3 as we are underway here. That was your Adena halftime. Back to action, and quickly from the corner. A long 2 by Kirsten Bradley, her first field goal of the game. And the Lady Tigers back to its largest lead.
Nice look to start the half for Mansfield Senior, and they're going to continue putting pressure as Wentz defends that shot.
And another errant shot by Klein ahead. Mitchell, layup, got it. Largest lead of the night for the Lady Tigers at 6, 24-18.
Yeah, and that was one of those football-style passes. Mitchell able to find the ball and took her time putting that layup in.
Kaya Wentz with the steal. She takes it in. Her layup shot falls. Timeout, Loudonville. What a run by the Lady Tigers.
Take a look at that replay there, Wentz. Beautiful, roll it in. Sometimes those can be more difficult in transition than we think. There's a lot of pressure. You hear the footsteps of that defender behind you. Nice job, Wentz able to handle the pressure.
A 6-0 run. Lady Tigers, 3 possessions, 3 buckets. And for the Lady Redbirds, that is not the start that you wanted. Kind of an errant shot on the first possession and then the turnover on the second. And it gives the Lady Tigers an 8-point lead, a good start for them. In a quarter that this is where they start going on the downslope the last couple of games. We'll see if they can keep up the pace that they have right now, because if they can be successful.
Right. I think no matter the opponent, this is something that coach has probably been, and I'm sure they're tired of hearing it. I'm sure they're all tired of it. So you're seeing Mansfield right now really wanting to, as we looked at earlier, that beautiful graphic by our director, Adam, keep that foot on the gas pedal. They don't want to slow down. They want to turn it up here in the second half. So they've been able to do so. Largest lead of the night for them, and just a minute into the third quarter, so we'll see what the rest of the quarter holds.
We'll see if they can keep their foot on the gas. We return back to action. Vermillion faked the handoff to Williams. Takes it inside, spins, gets it stripped away. She was triple teamed. Once again tried to force it. Wentz on the other end puts it up just off the bottom of the backboard. And Vermillion on the other end. And she misses.
Beautiful pass out of that as well. See the Tigers getting straight into transition. Bradley.
Euro step, got it to go. Bradley quickly with 4 points here in the second half, and this lead now in the double digits is 28-18. Vermillion looking to answer, nearly stripped away, gets it to Johnson. Right side, Klein fakes the three. Straight ahead, Williams for three off the side iron, offensive rebound.
Yeah, you got to be careful. Can't leave Williams open like that. She will find the right time to make that.
Another offensive rebound, and then another errant shot by Johnson. Fake going back outside, turned around, put up the quick shot, air ball, but luckily deflected out of bounds by Mansfield Senior, so they'll have a chance to reset it underneath their bucket. Williams takes it in, and she's going to get bumped.
And sometimes those are the fouls you're willing to live with, coach clapping it up. Sometimes you're willing to live with those fouls because you're going to avoid an open layup there. Not in the bonus this early into the quarter, just their first foul. So it's going to be a inbound for for the Loudonville Redbirds here.
Mitchell, that's her second foul. Left side, three off the back iron. Rebound to Wyndham. The Tigers will look to extend this even further. They lead by 10. Coming up on 5:40 left here, third quarter. Travis Berardi alongside Hayden Gray from Pete Henry Gymnasium. Loudonville with a 30-game regular win streak on the line tonight. Perfectly read. And it leads the points. Vermillion with the offensive board.
Nice job by Vermillion to not give up on that play, not lead the paint too early. We'll see how big those 2 points are for the rest of her teammates.
Wyndham, left side, Bradley, short on the long three attempt. Loudonville, another chance to chip away. Vermillion, left side to Klein. Inside, layup shot off the iron, no good.
Nice break.
Quickly ahead, to Wentz. She now has 12 points. It's back to a 10-point lead, 30-20. Pull up three for Williams off the side of the iron and out of bounds. And Loudonville continues to try and press it to no avail. Should take a look at the Frito Lay replay. Kyle Wentz with the easy bucket, and
you see Kyle
out
Wentz.
of breath.
Yeah. I think she's choosing one of those fantastic nights to really have kind of that breakout performance so far early in the season, leading the way for scoring for all the Lady Tigers so far.
Hillary and Wentz nearly turned it over at the timeline, but they get it across. Hillary drives in, forces one up, but they will call a jump ball and a change of possession. 4:22 left here, third quarter on the Adena Corporation scoreboard. Mansfield Senior leading 30-20.
That's a tough break. One of those where Mansfield Senior may be looking for a foul, but Loudonville showing they have a little bit of that grit and toughness on defense as well, forcing another turnover.
Vermillion gets it to Williams for three. Off the front iron, but Vermillion gets in for the rebound, but then turns it over. 10th offensive rebound for Loudonville, but the 8th turnover.
Got to have a push.
That's going to go against Vermillion, her second, and head coach Tyler Bates not happy with the call. A frustrating start to this third quarter, to say the least, for Loudonville. Only 2 points in the first 4 minutes of the third. Wentz across the timeline. She's going to get bumped, and that's going to be Williams' third.
And that's not what we want if we're Loudonville. Coach not happy with that one either, but it's no mystery who their best scorers on the team are. Their whole team is fantastic, but their leading scorers, you want to keep them out of foul trouble because they need all the points they can get right now to cut into this lead, Trav.
And you can't have her taken out when she goes for 30 points a night. Wyndham gets on the board. 12-point lead, now the largest of the night for Mansfield Senior. They lead 32-20. Williams, now to Vermilia. Pass inside the Williams, trying to work her way around. No, that's Klein, actually, and she's going to get fouled and will go to the line. Maddie Klein with the post move.
Yeah, I think she gets a hand on the arm there.
Be the first on Norse, the second of the half for the Lady Tigers. Klein hits the first. Kirsten Bradley will check in. She'll give Wyndham a break.
And Maddie Klein, as she knocks down, as she misses a second.
Welcome to the
That's
announcer,
going to be something
Jinx.
to watch for as we got a turnover.
And then a turnover right back.
But Klein will be someone to keep an eye on, with Vermilia and Williams leading the way for scoring on the Redbirds team. Maybe it's Loudonville who needs to have that third scorer step up tonight with foul trouble on the Redbird side so far.
Wentz to the hole. Misses, but Norris is there for the rebound, and the jump ball will stay with the Lady Tigers. And head coach Devar Hudgens is going to call a timeout with 2:59 remaining here. Third quarter. Once again, want to welcome everybody in on Facebook and YouTube. Let us know where you're watching from tonight. Also, tonight's girls high school basketball action brought to you live and free thanks to our generous sponsors, Adena Corporation, Mechanics Bank, Frito Lay, Sutton Bank, and Whitaker Myers Wealth Managers. Thank you all for helping us out and allowing us to bring you this live and free. I'm Travis. That's Hayden. And what a start by the Lady Tigers here to start the second half.
Yeah, and I think this is something they've had in them all season, Travis, and they've just been waiting for an opportunity. Not so much waiting, but I think their frustration's coming out from some of those mishaps they've had the last few games, so we're seeing a lot of that come out here.
And the Lady Tigers turn it over. Not what you wanted out of the timeout. Just off the hands of Bradley. And it's the 14th turnover for Mansfield Senior. Back comes Loudonville. Good backdoor cut. Vermilia, she's going to get hit on the mouth. And we'll go to the line for two.
Yeah, back to that backdoor cut. That worked for them well several times in the first quarter. As you take a look here, slowed down, open. So she closes out. Definitely gets clipped there a bit. Going to send Vermilia to the line. And we'll see how she's going to come out here in the second half at the free throw strike.
3 of 6 in the first half and gets the friendly bounce there. Her 16th point of the night. Gets this back to a 10-point game.
And that's something that's just shows the skill set of Vermilia. 16 points. It's such a quiet 16 points tonight. It's something we haven't talked about a lot. But she's leading the way for scoring, and they're going to need to rely on her as she misses the second.
32-22. Only 4 points in the second half by Loudonville. Mann's three-pointer just off the mark. Loudonville back out pushing this. Williams, top of the key. Pick and roll, gets stolen away. 10th turnover now.
Nice
by
pass.
Loudonville. Into the lane is Wyndham. That's Bradley, actually, to Wentz for 3 too strong. Long rebound out to Loudonville. Williams stops at the top of the key. Right side to Vermillion. Now to Cutlip for three. Too short. Rebound bounces around right into the hands of Vermillion. Gets it inside. Layup shot by Klein. She's fouled and will go to the line.
Yeah, we're going to have another one close to being a block, but just got a little bit too much contact on the arm there. Just going to send Maddie Klein to the line, and we'll see. You know, she knocked down 1 of 2 last time. We'll see what she's able to get here, and if she's able to cut into this 10-point lead with 1:43 left to go here in the third quarter.
First free throw, no good.
Couple of substitutions for the Lady Tigers.
As a team, Loudonville 75% free throw shooters tonight. Under that average, well under that average so far.
And Kaya Wentz is going to sit down and get another breather. Probably the last we'll see of her here in the third quarter unless Lady Redbird's able to make a big run.
Second free throw rolls out. 1 of 4 from the line is Klein tonight. Wyndham, left side to Bradley. Lady Tigers working it around.
And that might be something I want to see them do here with just 1:20 to go left in this third quarter. 10-point lead. We want to sit on a little bit more. Miscommunication there.
Lamaya Lindsay now into the game for the Lady Tigers. Another one of those freshmen that gets some playing time here.
Yes, a good opportunity for her to get some quality minutes against a quality opponent.
Lady Tigers moving it around. Lindsay tried the three, misses it, and then a foul 96 feet away.
We got some future Lady Tigers out there in the crowd.
Foul's going to go against Daisy Mans, her second.
Little student section formulating over there.
Vermillion tried the backdoor cut, turns it over.
Going to say she stepped out of bounds, so the Tigers will have to go ahead and take it up the length of the court.
Mansfield Senior only forced 5 turnovers in the whole first half. Just about through only 1 quarter here in the second. They've already forced 6, so back to that pregame mantra for them of forcing turnovers. And they've only turned it over 3 times themselves thus far, so back to playing TY Tiger basketball as they're trying to hold here for the final shot of the third quarter, up 10.
Yeah, that discipline's really on full display here in the second half, cracking down on their turnovers and forcing more. But you're going to see one there from Hillary.
Force the issue, but Loudonville gives it right back. 5 seconds. Hillary into the lane, kicks it over, but nobody there. And with 0.8 seconds, we'll see if Loudonville can get a catch and release here. Williams will have 3/4 court to chuck it if they give it to her, but they give it to Vermillion.
Wow.
Closer than we expected. But that'll do it for 3 quarters. Your score after 3. Lady Tigers 32, Lady Redbirds 22. We'll be back for the 4th right here, live and free on the OH Report.
Hi, I'm John Mark Young, a financial advisor and owner with Whitaker Myers Wealth Managers. We believe in the financial freedom and power of living debt-free. Visit our website at www.whitakerwealth.com to learn more and schedule a meeting.
Instead of paying for some big-name spokesperson, Kasasa Checking gives that money back to you in cash rewards. In fact, you just bought me this cup of coffee. See how that works? Amazing! Free checking, cash rewards. Take back banking with Kasasa.
Eight minutes remain here from Pete Henry Gymnasium. Lady Tigers, 10-point lead, and they're 8 minutes away from stopping the 30-game win streak of the Loudonville Redbirds. Travis Berardi alongside Hayden Gray. And the Lady Tigers will start things off here in the fourth. Mitchell puts it up. Too strong rebound, Loudonville.
Yeah, we'll see. They want to go quick again.
Hillary gonna get called for the foul. That happens sometimes when you're going 130% the whole time, a little collision.
Right.
But that does get them up to 6 fouls.
Yes.
Lady Redbirds will be in the bonus the rest of the way.
Some struggles at the line, though, so something Mansfield Senior might be okay with, but you don't want to let that happen if you can avoid it.
Turnovers by both sides here. And we're back to right where we started 5 seconds ago.
And it's been that kind of night, Travis. I think points have come in bunches as well as turnovers. It seems that we've had quite a few of those miscommunication moments, and it's just been all over the place. So
30 total turnovers combined by these two. And nearly 31. Yes, it is. Loudonville now with its 14th turnover. 9th of the second half on the Frito Lay replay.
And who other than Wentz getting a hand on it? She's been all over the place on both sides of the ball this evening.
Wentz coming in averaging 7.2 points per game, but the last couple of games she's really done a lot. 3 in the air off the back iron rebound to Loudonville. Vermilia across the timeline. And then off her foot. And that's, like you just said, that's just the way things are going for Loudonville tonight. Tough break after tough break.
And we'll definitely see, Vermilia. We'll see if she's able to get more open looks, but so far the defense of Mansfield Senior has been swarming her. So we'll see how that affects the last 6 minutes of this game for her, trying to lead the charge in this comeback.
Mans to Wentz. Lady Tigers moving the ball around the perimeter to the happy claps of Javar Hudgens. They're doing exactly what they want. Now he's going to call a timeout, 30 seconds. They were doing what he wanted them to do, but then they backed it out and got trapped. So Coach Hudgens will call a 30-second timeout.
And that's the danger you play sometimes once it gets down to that. It's not so easy to bleed the clock out as we may think, too, as just bystanders. Everyone's got locked up when they're playing man-to-man defense, so a little bit difficult to do that at all times. So we'll see how they come out, whether they want to hold it as long or if they're looking to just run some more lengthened plays. But so far, quickness has been working for the Tigers. It's been a little bit of the downfall for Loudonville, so we'll see what Coach wants to go with here out of this timeout.
Looking at some Facebook comments, Christina Whitcomb, let's go Tigers. Jeremy Butts, TY for Tiger. Robert Walkerow, let's go Birds. Devin Brooks, Mount Vernon, Ohio. Love you guys. Keep up the good work. Well, thank you, Devin. We appreciate it. Gene Heller watching. Marie Hudgens, let's go Tigers. And Willie Hughes, let's go Tigers.
Well, and what would you know, Travis, checking over here on the Twitter side of the fan zone, we have none other than our favorite fan, my fiance, Abby, saying rooting for the Lady Tigers, her school district employer, tonight while watching on the OH Report. Hashtag fave commentators. We appreciate it.
Hashtag live and free. Hillary nearly lost it, gets it back, ahead to Wentz. Inside Mitchell, layup, got it to go. 6 points for her. It's back to a 12-point lead with 6:20 left. Williams works it around to Vermilia. Now the cut lip. Loudonville trying to get an open look here. They desperately need a bucket, but that's going to turn into a jump ball. We'll stay with Loudonville, however.
So Wentz just continues to assert dominance on both sides of the ball. And they're going to need that. That's very clutch for them right now, really stepping up.
Williams right side. Top of the key three by Johnson, short. Rebound to Hillary. 17th defensive rebound tonight by the Lady Tigers. 24 total. This is the TY Tiger squad that people were expecting to see in the preseason. And they've picked a pretty good night to get it back. against a squad that went undefeated in the regular season last year, running a 30-game regular season win streak, and they're 527 away from breaking that.
Yeah, that's quite impressive. That's definitely one that's going to put the rest of your opponents on notice. Unfortunate turnover there.
That was a tough one.
But
you
as
take a look at the fan zone.
Oh, yeah. It's always nice to see our fan zone coming here. And I was going to mention another quick one from our Twitter. Our wonderful boss and president, Mr. Brian Skronsky, saying, stoked to find the OH Report fan zone made its way to Twitter and excited to see the end of this one.
Nice backdoor cut by Williams, and she is finally on the board here in the second half. She is 7, back to a 10-point game with 5 minutes left. And a steal. Williams again takes it to the hole. Back-to-back buckets. And Mansfield Senior is going to get a timeout. Full timeout, so a little bit of momentum for Loudonville.
Yeah, you saw on that nice slowdown replay, thanks to Frito Lay. Wentz tried to get back on defense after the quick turnover. Not enough to stop the power from Loudonville, and well, we have a chance at the timeout. You know, we were talking about, you know, just both teams where they're at in the season thus far. One of the big things here for Loudonville tonight that is important on top of the milestones of the record they have going is, you know, they want to take control of the Mid-Buckeye Conference. Only one other team currently sits above 500, and that's Mansfield Christian. So Loudonville has a chance here to kind of sit in the driver's seat and do their thing with a win tonight.
Yeah, and Coach Bates telling me before the game that Mansfield Christian game is going to be a big one. That's their toughest opponent in the MBC this year. How you guys doing? Travis alongside Hayden here. Would like to thank our sponsors one more time before we come back. Frito Lay, Mechanics Bank, Adena Corporation, Whitaker Myers Wealth Managers, and Sutton Bank. Thank you all for allowing us to bring this to you live and free. The Lady Tigers break the huddle. Still leading by 8, but getting a little bit closer. Loudonville starting to a little bit get that momentum back.
Yeah, you saw right there how quickly Loudonville can get back on the board. So I'm sure Coach is reminding them of that and to not totally flip out here with still 5 minutes left to play. Quite a bit of time, so we'll see.
Lady Tigers break the press. Inside to Mitchell, back out to Bradley. And now they will reset. Coming up on 4.5 minutes left. Bradley into the lane. Down to Mitchell. Hits the shot. 8 points for her. 6 in the second half. It's back to a 10-point lead. Quickly across the line is Williams. Inside the Vermilion. That's deflected off of her, they say, and it's another turnover.
And a lot of great play from Amani Mitchell tonight as well on both sides of the ball. She's been having success down in that paint, and she's been doing a really good job of giving Vermilion a hard time when they've been matched up with one another. You're going to have a hold on the inbound, I believe. That was number 20.
That's going to be Williams' fourth.
Take a look on the replay.
And she knew that Wentz had position, and if she would have caught that, she'd have an open look at the bucket. Kind of surprised maybe the refs didn't call an intentional foul there because of the open look down there. But nonetheless,
saves some points, but does pick up a big foul for Williams.
Turns into a turnover, however, but they give it right back. Big block on the end by Wyndham. Ahead to Mitchell.
And again, the swarming
back-to-back
defense from
turnovers.
Mitchell.
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
it's when you get in those situations, you know, you're looking to pick up a foul if you have the ball and you're on offense, but Mitchell doing a good job keeping her hands flat, keeping them out, and just applying pressure there.
3:57 remains here. So take a look at Javar Hudgens. Got a little sweat on that brow from all the moving.
Have a little bit of delay, Coach.
And we got a technical foul.
I think Coach is upset, saying he feels he hasn't been allowed outside the box this evening, but Coach definitely needs to, you know, you want to keep those emotions in check, Travis. As much emotion as there is riding on the line here in those last 4 minutes. Can't afford to give up 2 more points to the Tigers, who have been doing a good job holding this lead so far.
Minetta Hillary, 9 of 11 from the line this year, hits the first. 4 points, all of them from the charity stripe. She is 4 of 5 from the line tonight.
2 of the biggest free throws of the night thus far, for sure.
And she knocks them both in. 12-point lead once again for the TY Tigers. They're 3:57 away from knocking off Loudonville.
And a technical hurts because after you shoot those free throws, you do still get possession of the ball. So that's why Mansfield Senior is going to be inbounding the ball again here.
Make sure to stay tuned after the game for our Mechanics Bank player of the game. Couple choices for the TY Tigers if they hold. But a backcourt violation opens the door a little bit for Loudonville. 22nd turnover by Mansfield Senior. Williams to Vermilia, into the lane, nice pass, layup shot, goes down. Maddie Klein with her 3rd point.
And a bit uncharacteristic of Loudonville, but the paint has been their friend this evening. They've been doing a nice job. And you see another turnover. Vermilia's going to have a chance at an open layup and gets it to go. So Loudonville is going to cut it down to an 8-point game. 3:16 left to go.
So they get the steal and the bucket. And almost another turnover, but this is back to an 8-point game. And you have to think that technical foul, huge right now.
Yeah, you definitely want to look to avoid that, especially when it's something out of the player's control there. So we'll see what it comes down to, but still 3 minutes left to go here.
A lot of time for Loudonville, who can score in bunches. They get it across the timeline, but trapped. Somehow gets it to Wentz, last side. Inside to Mitchell. And she's going to get fouled, and we'll go to the line for a 1-and-1.
And again, the trap, the press is such a dangerous game. It's beautiful when it's flowing well and creating those turnovers, but you just have to you basically have to have eyes in the back of your head there to keep awareness, because the reality is when you put 2 people on one, you're going to have someone out there roaming around. So I think Loudonville will live with creating a foul there instead of giving up easy 2.
Daisy Mans checks in for the TY Tigers, forces that one up. Bradley making the catch, though. She'll go into the lane, over to Mitchell. Mitchell fakes it back out to Wentz. Now to Hillary, and they will reset. 2:45 left. Hillary into the lane, over to Mitchell. Back out to Hillary.
A lot of space over on that right side.
Loudonville trying to get that trap broken by Wentz, and they're going to play keep away here. And Wentz nearly turned it over. Nearly turns it over. Vermilia tipped it, however.
I believe Vermilia was upset. I think she believes she got tripped, looking for a foul potentially, and that might be the cause of some of the delay.
And Vermilia steals it away. And then gets fouled by Minetta Hillary. Getting a little bit chippy down there. That's the 7th foul against the Tigers.
Yeah, and as you saw the replay of that one there, that one clearly going to be caught a foul. Going to send Vermilia to the line for 2 huge free throws with 2:23 left here to go in this one.
And she misses. Jump ball, it will stay with the Lady Tigers. 4 of 9 from the line tonight is Vermilia, who came into this game shooting 85% from the free throw line.
And these are one of those times that communication has to be key and these passes have to be clean.
Mansfield Senior gets it over the line, gets it to Mans. Wentz was open underneath, but they really can't find her right
unguarded.
now. And it's stolen away by Vermilia again. Easy layup attempt. It falls through. Timeout. Javar Hudgens. Vermilia now with 20 points. It's a 6-point game, Hayden. 1:56 left. 25 turnovers by Mansfield Senior.
Yeah, you know, Vermillion creating another turnover there. Wide open layup, and it's clear with 20 points, a down night for Vermillion. So they're definitely looking to see if she can bring them back in this contest. And if you're Mansfield Senior, it's a very, very nerve-wracking game to be in this position and then have to always be worrying about who's where in that trap. The trap can be a very confusing thing. So if you're Mansfield Senior, you need to make these clean passes. And it almost scares me to say it, but maybe you go back to trying to speed things up, get some more points on the board. It worked for them earlier. So we'll see how Coach chooses to bring them out of this timeout.
38-32. Here's the reset. Lady Tigers lead by 6. Redbirds in the bonus, 1-1. The rest of the, well, for 3 more fouls. Mansfield Senior's at 7. Redbirds have 1 foul to give before Mansfield Senior goes into the 1-1. Possession arrow goes to Loudonville with 1:56 left, so they have some things on their side.
Yeah.
Mansfield Senior out of timeouts. Loudonville has 4. As we come back to action, Mansfield Senior has the length of the court to go. Full court trap and a walk. So Loudonville with a chance to get even closer here. That trap worked perfectly. And Minetta Hillary picked up that pivot foot. Left side, Williams for 3. She got it!
Wow. Williams. Big 3 to put the Redbirds within 3 points with 1:40 to go.
12 points for her on the other end. No call. Back comes Loudonville. Vermillion. Spin move.
Wow.
What a move by Vermillion. It's down to a 1-point game. 1:23 left.
Vermillion, quite the move there. That was very impressive, and they're going to continue to lean on that.
Wyndham. Now to Mitchell. Can Mansfield Senior answer? And Wyndham's going to be fouled. That's going to be the 4th on Johnson.
So a couple of Redbirds in some foul trouble here with still a minute left to play. We'll see if that has any impact on how they decide to foul if they need to. But with that quick scoring, Travis, they've cut it to a 1-point game.
First free throw offline.
I feel like the only thing left here to say is the classic Berardi, are you not entertained?
This is really an entertaining second half, and she misses completely on the second. So now, trailing by 1 with 1:11 left, can Loudonville hold on to its 30-game win streak and move it to 31?
Yeah, no pressure there at all.
Pick and roll to Klein, puts it up. She's fouled and will go to the line.
Klein going to pick up a big foul here with 1 minute left to play. So you take a look at the replay. Just a little bit of contact there from Wentz and Wyndham. 1 of 2 from the line the last 2 times she's been at the strike. So we'll see if she's going to tie it or give Loudonville their first lead for quite some time.
First free throw off the iron. She could only tie it now. Both teams in the 1-1.
Got our young student section there.
Got a
Making
lane
some noise,
violation.
making it a little harder.
For the tie. Yes. So for the first time since 9-9, we are tied. Wentz ahead.
Great
over to
pass.
Mitchell. Kicks it back out. Bradley. Now
Wyndham had
Wyndham.
it tipped.
It's deflected. Vermillion now with a chance to take the lead. Oh, and
Wow.
she's bailed out. It
they
looked
gonna-
like she dribbled off her foot, but they called a foul. That's going to go against Bradley. Oh, no, they're going to get Hillary, I believe, on the reach. Wow.
With the level of physicality the refs have allowed play through the first 3 quarters and arguably half of this quarter, I'm very surprised by some of these recent calls here. Nonetheless,
Vermillion hits that one. And Loudonville leads. It's 39-38. Mansfield Senior has no timeouts remaining.
that's big.
Second free throw. She hits it.
Wentz
First
with
time
an
she's
open
hit
lane.
both. Wentz all the way up, puts up the layup. No good, but she will go to the line. And that might have helped out Loudonville because Mitchell was right there wide open with the rebound.
I was just going to say that Travis Mitchell, had they not called the foul on that play, would have had a wide open opportunity less than a foot from the bucket. Nonetheless, Wentz going to have an opportunity to tie this one back up. Both teams into 1-1, so with 42 seconds, we may have a free throw duel on our hands.
First free throw good. Now it's Wentz's chance to tie this up. Makes both. We're tied again. 40-all with 42 seconds left.
Wentz up to 14 points on the night, leading the way for the Tigers.
And Tyler Bates is going to call a timeout, 30-second timeout. What a fourth quarter this has been. Loudonville down 10 coming into the fourth, has tied things up. They've scored 18 points, outscored Mansfield Senior thus far 18-8.
And just a wild fourth quarter. You know, last night I was over at Northmore where came down to overtime buzzer beater and have the privilege of sitting at a 40-40 game under a minute to go here tonight as well. So some very, very close and entertaining basketball being played here on the OH Report the last few nights.
44 turnovers combined. 26 by Mansfield Senior, 18 by Loudonville. Williams gets across the timeline, 32 seconds left. Almost turns it over. Stays in the possession of Loudonville, and Coach Tyler Bates going to call a timeout. Jalen Johnson barely caught that as you take a look at the Frito Lay replay.
Check this one out.
I like the incidental contact, no call against Mitchell. They were both going for the ball, a little bit of contact. It was over their head, but somehow Johnson able to catch it right on the sideline, and Coach Bates will let them reset. 40-40. Next foul by the Lady Tigers will put the Redbirds on the line for 2 shots. The next 3 fouls by the Redbirds will give the Lady Tigers a 1-and-1. Possession arrow still sticking with Loudonville. What a great couple of nights of basketball we've had here on the OH Report. Grant Bentley hit a 3-pointer at the buzzer to boost Northmore over Fredericktown last night in overtime. And this one coming down to the wire when we thought maybe Mansfield Senior was going to pull away once again. But this time it happened in the fourth quarter when the team comes back. And behind Corey Vermillion, who now has 24 points. She averaged 30. She only had 4 points 3/4 of the way through the first quarter. It seemed like Mansfield Senior is doing what they needed to do, but she has taken over.
This has been her lightest night in 5 games, so that's saying something about the skill set of Vermillion, who's going to get the ball at midcourt.
25 seconds remaining. Kyle Wentz on her. She kicks it over to Cutlip. Back out. Now to Williams. Hillary guarding her. Now to Cutlip. They're going to wait for the last second. Almost stolen away. Again almost stolen.
5
Williams,
seconds.
3 seconds. Got to get it to Vermillion. Puts it up at the buzzer. No good. We are going to overtime. Couldn't get the look because Mansfield Senior played really good defense. Nearly got the steal twice. Vermillion tried forcing it up. Too strong. And we have some free basketball.
Nothing better than free basketball. The cherry on top of already free basketball. So, going to have a little bit of extra action here tonight. And Mansfield Senior, man, they are looking to avoid The third straight game this year of holding a lead at halftime. They do not want to give that up, and they certainly don't want to do it with the OCC early on in the season, honestly, still being fairly open. You have Mount Vernon, who they only lost by 3 points to at 2-1. Yep. West Holmes, 2-1. Then you get down, though. It's interesting. Ashland 1-4, Worcester 2-2, Lexington 1-3, and Senior 1-3 with a chance to improve to 2-3. So,
yeah, this is big momentum-wise for the Lady Tigers after dropping 2 games they had double-digit leads on. Almost did it here tonight. Forces overtime at least. Looking at some individual scoring real quick before we start. Overtime, Vermillion now with 24 points. Williams with 12 points. 4 points for Maddie Klein. As for the Lady Tigers, Kyle Wentz, 14 points. 8 points by Amani Mitchell. Kirsten Bradley with 6. Manetta Hillary with 5. 3 points for Mans. 2 for Norris, 2 for Wyndham. So a balanced scoring attack by the Lady Tigers. And on the other end, Loudonville getting their offense from the players that have done it all season long here. As Loudonville wins the tip again. 3 minutes, maybe more, to determine a winner. And a turnover.
And we'll
Errant
see.
Throw.
Overtime starts a whole new quarter, a whole new game per se. 40-40, we're back at 0-0. So it's the start of a new game here. Who's going to perform? Who's going to show out?
After scoring 4 points in the third quarter, Loudonville gets 18 in the fourth. They matched their first half total.
Yeah.
In the fourth quarter when they needed it the most. Wentz down the sideline. Gets it back out to Hillary. Mansfield Senior gets a timeout back for the overtime period. Loudonville with 2. Bradley.
Fouls do carry over from regulation as well, so that's something to keep in mind as we watch how both defenses choose to be aggressive.
Nice crossover by Bradley. Left side, 3 in the air for Mitchell. Off the front iron, offensive rebound. Put back, too strong. Mansfield Senior.
And just too much by Vermillion on the pass and transition.
So the Lady Tigers, they had the look on the offensive end and then trying to push the fact Vermillion just too strong on the pass. Under 2 to play.
Tigers figuring out how to work that press a little bit and get it up court quick.
Bradley to the hole, off the back iron, knocked out of bounds. It will go to Loudonville.
I already know our boy Adam Thompson's going to
well, I don't know.
Slow that down.
Are they going to say Mitchell bumped into her to push it out?
It's a possibility.
That's the only possibility. Tough angle from up here to see, but the Lady Tiger bench didn't like that. Vermillion stripped.
Wow.
And they say she lost it out of bounds.
Returning the favor there.
Maybe one of those ball don't lie moments.
We typically tend to have those, so.
Minute 30 left. Nobody has scored yet here in overtime. Wentz behind the back.
Wow.
Top of the key. Runner. Off the front iron. No good. Jump ball. And that's going to stay with Mansfield Senior.
Wentz just a little bit short on the floater.
Just by maybe an inch or two. The roll, it looked like it was going to go over the top, but it went off to the side instead. But thankfully, the jump ball keeps possession with the Lady Tigers. But it stays with the Lady Tigers, almost stripped away by Vermillion. Now the Lady Tigers will have a bit of room on the sideline here.
Just not able to control that dribble. Vermillion is going to turn it back over. And
Hillary.
Here we are.
Trying the drive. Backs off her defender. Over to Mitchell. Short range. Off the back iron. But a rebound and a foul. Manetta Hillary is going to go to the line.
Yeah, as we take a look, maybe a bit of one of those hip checks. Hillary's going to have a chance to get our first points of the overtime and the first lead for Mansfield Senior in a little bit since they've been on the declining end of the fourth quarter. Tigers electing to place 3 back, already over in Redbird territory, just impending any miss as you see here.
First miss of the night by Hillary. And a double dribble by Vermillion. 3 turnovers already here. Actually 4 turnovers by Loudonville in the overtime period. They haven't gotten a good look at the bucket yet here in OT.
No, I don't believe they have, and that's very frustrating. We'll see how they keep their composure. They know they can get there, but just haven't had things going their way yet as Wyndham's going to check in and pass in the ball.
Wentz, 1-on-2 over the Mitchell, and she is fouled going up. She will go to the line for 2.
Yeah, another situation there where that trap left Wentz.
That's Williams' 5th foul.
Yeah, that's big.
She's done for the night, and one of the top scorers for Loudonville will have to watch the last at least 59 seconds from the bench.
Yeah, contributing 18.6 points per game, 5 assists, 4 rebounds, 6 steals a game. Williams is not someone you want to see on the bench, along with what she brings with that senior leadership, Travis.
Annalise Norris will check back in for her defense and rebounding abilities. 2 shots, and the first one's missed.
Those nerves really reveal themselves when you have to step up to the line in situations like these. So we'll see how Mitchell does here on the second.
The 16% free throw shooter comes through with the second. 9 points for her. Lady Tigers lead by 1. Quickly across half court, Vermilia spins. And a travel. She went into a double team, tried to pivot around, moved the pivot foot.
So take a look.
1, 2, yeah. Shuffled those feet. She established the pivot foot first, then picked it up and tried to establish the other foot.
And they've been guarding her heavily all night. She's trying to create some contact there, but just didn't get it her way. It's going to be a travel.
Hillary over to Mitchell. Back out. Right side, Wentz. She's going to try and drive. She'll kick it back out. 35 seconds on the clock. Now to Wyndham. Back to Bradley.
Loudonville chooses to foul or keep the pressure applied.
Almost turned over. Wentz, she does get pushed, and she will go to the line for 2. And that'll be the 5th on Maddie Klein.
And that's also significant. Maddie Klein contributing a lot here tonight. The junior.
Wentz to the line. And it won't go down. Her first missed free throw of the night. She was 4 of 4.
And Travis with Williams and Klein sitting down. Vermilia remains the only score. Excuse me. She's the only scorer for the Redbirds on the court in this contest so far.
Yeah, Klein now fouling out as well. Second free throw, good. Into the lane. And now Cutlip will go to the line looking for her first points of the night with 17.2 seconds remaining and the 2 biggest points possibly of the night for Loudonville.
Yeah, and that's where we'll see how the pressure of finding the net all night. You've got 4 players out there who haven't scored yet unless your name's Vermilia, so we'll see how that pressure applies.
First free throw too strong. Wyndham will check back in.
Kenzie Cutlip got to look to get 1 point cut into this 2-point Tiger lead.
She does. She was 2 of 2 on the year before that. And a quick foul.
Yeah, we've approached that time in a game where it's very dangerous. You might have one more opportunity to choose to pressure rather than foul right away. But coach is going to go ahead, have them foul, and play the free throw game.
Hillary to the line. Makes the first.
Travis with Vermilia with 3 fouls. That's someone that they're going to have to communicate. She can't afford to give up another foul here. They cannot afford to have her foul out.
6 of 8 tonight, Manetta Hillary. All of her points come from the free throw line. Make that 7 of 9. It's a 3-point game, and you got to think, have to try and get Vermilia open from beyond the arc. Head coach Tyler Bates will call a timeout and to think things over, but 11 seconds away from Mansfield Senior breaking the 30-game regular season win streak by Loudonville. And what a win this could be for Mansfield Senior after we said 2 losses in the OCC. Mount Vernon, they had a double-digit lead late in the third quarter, lost that one. Against Worcester a couple nights ago, double-digit lead. Again, Worcester coming back and winning the game by 6. They've lost their last 2 games by a combined 9 points after having double-digit leads. They're 0-2 in the OCC. They have West Holmes, the defending champions, coming here, I believe, tomorrow or the day after. So this could be a big win for this Lady Tiger squad. And what a game that I thought, yes, they turned the ball over a lot, but that's because they are playing a very good defensive team in Loudonville. But they have turned Loudonville over 23 times, and it's looking more like that Mansfield Senior scrappy team that we were expecting at the start of the year.
Certainly, and like you said, you know, turnovers have been an issue, but Loudonville certainly does bring a lot of pressure, just like the TY Tigers on defense. And something, you know, during that timeout thinking about here, Mansfield Senior has a decision to make here as well. 3-point game, do you want to take the risk and do you want to send Loudonville to the line rather than give them a 3-point opportunity with 11 seconds?
Looking to get to Vermilia, gets it into her. 3-quarter court, fakes the handoff, deep, 3, short, out of bounds. Oh, I don't know about that. I thought that went off of Loudonville, but nonetheless, they'll get the ball underneath the bucket with 4.9 seconds left.
Believe they're saying it went off Wentz, but
so they will get one more chance at this with under 5 seconds left.
Definitely a deep 3 look, to say the least, from Vermilia. I'm not sure if that's the exact look they were looking for, but that borderline NBA level 3.
Go back to some comments on Facebook. Sydney Lions, let's go Corey. She put up a great night again, 24 points. Dee Johnson, let's go Lady Tigers. Rob Sweck, keep up the good work, guys. Love being able to watch from home. We love being able to bring it to you folks in your homes on all your smart devices. Christina Whitcomb, keep up the momentum, Tigers. They are one stop away from knocking off Loudonville and giving them their first regular season loss in over a year and a half.
And that's pretty mind-boggling and just shows what kind of program they've had going over at Loudonville and continue to have just continual success year in and year out for the Redbirds.
Gets the inbound. Tries to kick it out to Vermilia. It's stolen away. That's it. Mansfield Senior upsets Loudonville. The 30-game regular season win streak is over. And how does it end? On a turnover. Your final score in overtime as you take a look at the Frito Lay replay one more time. 44-41, and the freshman, Annalise Norris comes up with the biggest steal of her early high school career. We're going to take a break, and we will be back with the post game right here live and free on the OH Report.
Here we go now. Here we go now. Here we go now.
Ho, 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 ho. Merry Christmas.
Hi, I'm John Mark Young, a financial advisor and owner with Whitaker Myers Wealth Managers. Whitaker Myers Group has been a local trusted advisor since 1869, serving families in Ashland, Richland, and Wayne counties. We believe in the financial freedom and power of living debt-free. With offices in Ashland, Mansfield, Worcester, Columbus, and South Carolina, We have advisors that are ready to help you begin your journey to financial success. Visit our website at www.whitakerwealth.com to learn more and schedule a meeting.
Instead of paying for some big-name spokesperson, Kasasa Checking gives that money back to you in cash rewards. In fact, you just bought me this cup of coffee. See how that works? Amazing! Free checking, cash rewards. Take back banking with Kasasa.
The exclamation point on the night for Maurice Ware.
It's a final in overtime. Mansfield Senior breaks. They snap Loudonville's 30-game regular season home win, well, not home, but just regular season win streak with a 44-41 victory. They withstand the 18-8 run in the fourth quarter by Loudonville, put on the defense in overtime, outscore them 4-1, and when it came it mattered the most. They hit their free throws down the stretch. Travis Berardi alongside Hayden Gray and a special guest up here, head coach Tavar Hudgens. It's going to be a victory Thursday for you, sir.
Let's go.
So you guys, you held the 10-point lead after 3, and then kind of the nightmare started coming back. The last 2 games, double-digit leads. Teams came back to knock you off. This time, they came back, but you were able to hold them off in overtime. Just talk about the effort of the girls. Seeing that, Loudonville comes back, it might be happening again, but they were able to, overcome that.
I think the difference was we hit our free throws.
Yeah.
I think we hit our free throws. I made it a special emphasis to guard in the half court. Let's master our 50 defense, our half court defense. I got that from Coach Sykes years ago. You got to master your half court defense first, and I think our press defense, we know how to run that. We can execute that. It's our half court defense we have to figure out, and I think we figured that out tonight.
Yeah, you forced 24 turnovers. You only forced 5 turnovers in the first half, so 19 turnovers in the second half in overtime, and I believe 4 or 5, it was 5 turnovers in overtime when they came the most. Those are our first half stats, actually. There's our final stats. 14 field goals, 4 threes. They had 1 more field goal. They had 1 more 3, but you see down at the free throws, 15 of 23 for you guys. They shot over 75% from the free throw line to start the first 5 games of the year, and you did something to the rims here at Mansfield Senior because Vermilia, who only missed 7 free throws all year, missed 5 tonight. Helped you out a little bit, but you guys were able to overcome.
Vermilia is a nightmare. She is a nightmare. She's a really good player.
You held her 6 points under her average of 30. She only had 24.
She averages 30?
She averages 30 a game.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, only a sophomore. She already has over 250 points. She's going to be a force to be reckoned with for the next 2.5 years. But you guys, you held her under her average. She did get 24, but the points coming from only 3 players. Williams, Vermilia, both under their average, and then Klein, who was at 4, she got 4 points. So defensively, you did enough in that second half. The boards were pretty much even. Offensively, you guys turned it over a lot. I know this Loudonville team, they're just like you. They like to turn you over, but what would you have liked to see go a little bit different offensively?
I mean, we had 26 turnovers. That's horrible. That's bad. A really good team will put us away with 26 turnovers. We got to work on handling the pressure, Teams see that they can run and jump us. They're going to run it more, so we have to figure that out. But in practice, it's going to be hard to simulate that type of pressure,
absolutely.
With our young JV girls.
Momentum-wise, what does this do for your girls? Still a bit of a young squad that you have, but you just knocked off, like I said, a Loudonville squad that has – 2 All-Ohioans back this year that won a district championship last year. They're riding a 30-game regular season home win streak. They're outscoring their opponents by about 150 points, and you guys get a big win to change the momentum of your season thus far.
First, Tyler does a great job. Tyler Bates does a great job with those girls over there at Loudonville. We needed this win. The girls were starting to get, get down on ourselves, and when you're used to winning, and then you got to handle the adversity of fighting back from losses after losses, and losses that you dominated the team and let them fight back. You dominate another team, you let them fight back. You dominate a team, well, not dominate, but you own the game by 10, and you let them come back. It was important for us to win this game. 3 in a row on comeback losses, that would be tough. That would be tough for me, and I know for the girls it's been tough for them as well.
And now you get the win against a good squad going into, I believe, West Holmes.
Yes.
The next game. The defending
tomorrow.
OCC champs, you get them tomorrow. This momentum coming into there, you get a win there, you're right back in the OCC race. You have all the momentum going into Christmas break. So how important is this game tomorrow for you guys?
It's imperative that we pull out a win. If we want to keep our OCC hopes alive, and we got to get over the hump of losing to West Holmes. You know, like West Holmes has been dominating the conference. We have to break that cycle. So hopefully, Loudonville, we broke a cycle for Loudonville on the wins. Maybe hopefully we can break the record with West Holmes on the wins.
All right, well, congratulations, Javar, on the big win tonight.
Thank you.
And good luck
Thank
tomorrow.
you, Travis.
All right. Thank you very much, and we have one more interview coming your way momentarily. Mansfield Senior 44-41 victors over Loudonville, breaking their 30-game regular season win streak. And now it is time for our player of the game, brought to you by Mechanics Bank. And that player of the game, Kaya Wentz. Kaya, 15 points to lead the Lady Tigers tonight in a big win. Favorite Christmas song, Jingle Bells. I like that. Just talk about the effort tonight. You guys lost another double-digit lead, but this time you're able to overcome and get the win.
Yeah, I feel like all the momentum we had from losing all of the games we did before, by taking an 11-point lead, then losing it and losing, I feel like we really wanted to win and get this dub because we needed it.
First half, you hit a couple big threes that really kept you guys in this game. And then in the second half, your free throws, not only for you, but for Manetta and for Amani. You hit some big free throws down a stretch when in the last couple games you weren't able to. Just how confident were you guys coming into this game?
We were pretty confident. It was harder than we thought, but we knew we could handle it, and we did.
What does this do, a win like this, moving forward?
I think it gives us more confidence than we had because of our losses, so I feel like it's going to push us forward even harder. And
tomorrow you get West Holmes, the defending champions, that thorn in your guys' side the last couple of years. What's it going to take to knock them off and get back into the championship race in the conference?
The same energy we had tonight when it was going in overtime, because we had the energy to win. We need to have that the whole game tomorrow.
And in the second half, you forced 19 turnovers. This is something that you guys do all year long. Just what is your mindset defensively coming into these games that you just stay up in teams' faces and turn the ball over?
I feel like turning the ball over, we obviously don't mean to do it, but it's like we get nervous, we have so much pressure on us, and then we just fumble the ball. And
I meant defensively,
oh.
Forcing turnovers.
Oh, okay. Forcing turnovers, we want to get the ball, easy buckets, they're free, so we might as well push up on defense all the time so we can get those easy buckets and get our score running up.
Yeah, and Kaya, on both sides of the ball tonight, your effort was clear, standing out defensively and offensively, kind of a breakout game this season for you. What do you think beating a team like Loudonville, who was undefeated coming in tonight, does for all you girls' confidence moving forward internally? What do you think the spirit's going to be like moving forward, especially with the game we talked about tomorrow? But do you think this is an accurate representation of showing what you guys are really capable of when it's all clicking?
Yeah, the games before us were flukes. We can definitely beat every team that we play.
All right. One final thing, if you'd like to, look right into the camera, give a shout-out to anybody back in Tigerland or at home or anyone. Just go for it.
Shout out to my teammates.
Perfect.
All right. There you go. Our Mechanics Bank MVP, Kaya Wentz. Thank you and congratulations and good luck tomorrow.
Good luck.
All right. That will wrap things up here from Pete Henry Gymnasium tonight. The Lady Tigers pull off the win, 44-41. Next up for the Lady Tigers, like we said, a big one in the OCC. They take on West Holmes tomorrow night. And also right here on the OH Report tomorrow night, 7:30, St. Paul at Crestview Boys Hoops, a big early season Firelands Conference clash. We'll have it all for you live and free tomorrow night. And I think this guy right here next to me is going to be on the call. How pumped are you for this game tomorrow, G?
Super pumped, Trav. I can't wait.
All right, that will wrap things up here from Pete Henry Gymnasium. I want to thank everybody that helped make this broadcast possible tonight. Garrett Parlett, Storm Blunchley on the cameras doing a great job. Adam Thompson, as always, producing graphics, everything else. Everyone back at OH Report World Headquarters in Mansfield, Brian Skaronski, Jory Hollenbeck, and everyone else. I want to thank our sponsors, Whitaker Myers Wealth Managers, Sutton Bank, Frito Lay on the replay, Mechanics Bank, our player of the game, Adena Corporation for scoreboard, also pregame, halftime, and our postgame show right here, the Adena Corporation postgame show. I want to thank Mansfield Senior High School for allowing us to be here, and most importantly, I want to thank you, the fans, for watching. For Hayden Gray, I'm Travis Berardi saying so long for Mansfield Senior. The Tigers pull off the victory 44-41 in overtime and snap the 30-game regular season win streak from Loudonville. But for now, so long from Mansfield.